Welcome back to the channel, my friends. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and today we're taking a look at this week's Sunday preview. This video is sponsored by CMO Games. More on that later. Sunday preview. Death conquers the mortal realms. The bringers of death are all-consuming, and their legions are once more rising from the graves to choke all life out of the mortal realms, as two new death battletomes come to the Warhammer Age of Sigmar, accompanied by haunting heroes. Alright, so Battletome, Ossiarch, Bonereapers. And as you can see, we have the Soulblight Gravelords Battletome and Limited Edition Battletome displayed. I'm sure Games Workshop Warcom has not noticed yet, but that doesn't surprise me since they are obviously descendants of hamsters. So Battletome, Ossiarch, Bonereapers. The disciplined armies of the Ossiarch Bonereapers are amongst the most formidable martial forces in the mortal realms. They exert control over the Empire by reaping tithes of bones from the inhabitants. Battletome Ossiarch Bonereapers contains updated rules, Warscrolls, pitch battle profiles, and new Path to Glory rules. Exempt yourself from the Bone Tithe by making a great offering to Nagash with limited edition of the Battletome, which features Guild page edges, gold foil backing, and red ribbon page markers, a soft touch cover. It's limited to just 500 numbered copies. And next we have the Mortisan Ossifectors. The armies of the Ossiarch march to war, supported by the huge and terrifying bone constructs. These mighty skeletal engines are tended by the Mortisan Ossifectors, masterful artisans who practice their bone-shaping artistry even in the midst of battle, buffing the behemoths in their charge to terrifying new heights. So pretty cool new model. I like it right here. He is obviously summoning up some bone fragments into one of these awesome beasts. Very cool, very well designed. I do like the effect going on here. Neat model, cool look right here. The floating effect is cool, the magic, all that. And next we have what is arguably the most exciting of the Vanguard box sets, the Ossiarch Bonereapers Vanguard, as they have never had a Start Collecting or Vanguard box before this. So this is the first time they will officially have a good way to start the game. Ensure the tithe is collected on time with Vanguard Ossiarch Bonereapers, which contains a Mortisan Soul Reaper, 5 Cavalos Death Riders, 20 Mortek Guard, and a Gothazar Harvester, to put your constructs back together should they fall in battle. So nice box set right here. I didn't do the actual price breakdown on these yet. I will do a video like that for you in the future. But we do see right off the bat 20 Mortek Guard, which is great. I think you need 20 of these guys right off the bat. 10 is just not enough. And then also the Cavalos Death Riders, some cavalry. They hit a little harder. They're quick. The Mortisan Soul Reaper is a super cool character. He can do a little punching if he needs to, and a little buffing as well. Nice model also. And then, of course, our big beast, the Gothazar Harvester. Very, very cool. He harvests up the bones and allows you to put them back together. The army would not be the same without him. And obviously a behemoth unit. Really nice box set right here. Definitely a fan. I like the composition of it. Super cool, and definitely looking forward to the new rules for the Ossiarch Bonereapers, as they have always been kind of lackluster, and hopefully this new book will kind of fill them out. Now, I would have liked to see them get a little more than just one hero, but we know that's what Games Workshop is up to now. You either get like the full rework, or you just get like one guy and a book and a Vanguard, which honestly is really good, especially for Ossiarch Bonereapers. And last but not least, for the Bony Boys, we've got the Warscroll cards. The legions of Ossiarch Bonereapers are animated by the souls of thousands of genius, strategies, and warriors. You can approximate their skills with this pack of 24 reference cards, which comes with 2 token boards for all your rules and special effects. Alright, and then next we have the Soulblight Gravelords. This time we are featuring the cover from the Soulblight Gravelords, as it should be. Ambitious, powerful, and always hungry for blood, the vampires of the mortal realms rule armies of undead thralls and nightmarish beasts. Battletome Soulblight Gravelords is dedicated to these thirsting horrors, featuring new war scrolls and pitch battle profiles for heroes and shambling fodder of 5 full undead dynasties, along with thematic new Path to Glory rules. Get into the good books of your favorite bloodsuckers with the limited edition Battletome. Just 500 copies are available, each with luxurious gilt page edges, gold foil blocking, and red ribbon page markers, and a soft touch cover. So very neat. I do really wish that, I love this artwork, don't get me wrong, it is very cool. I love Ninjan's depiction of it too in his Golden Demon entry. But the truth is, with this cover, they have reused it way too many times. It's an amazing piece of artwork, but in my opinion, we should never go from one edition to the next. And I know this isn't the only book to do it, but with the same cover, because that causes way too much unnecessary confusion. Someone sees the cover of what they're looking for, then they see it in a shop or online or whatever. They buy it only to find out that this is the old edition, which looks almost exactly the same as the book from the new edition. Definitely not cool in my opinion. It's an easy thing to make sure that you don't cause confusion just because you're reusing an art piece. So that's my rant for this video. It is a beautiful, beautiful piece. If you don't know who Ninjon is, I highly recommend you check him out because he has a super awesome Warhammer related channel on YouTube. All right, and next we have Ivya Volga, the Outcast. The Verkos dynasty is a vampiric clan of wolf-blooded warriors that combine their bestial strength with animal cunning. Ivya Volga is a solitary member of this brood, who ranges across the mortal realms to hunt the mightiest monsters she can find, with begrudging approval from her elders. So this is a really cool model as well. I do like the house and how this goes. You basically have like werewolf blood inside of like these vampires. It's super cool lore, and honestly the models are awesome. I love the other lesser versions of her that came in the Cursed City box set, and then obviously Radikar the Beast is like full on ascension to the final form. And she's somewhere in the middle. Really cool model. I like the little bat swarm. The axe is cool. The pose is cool. Looks good. Definitely a fan. And next we have the White King on Skeletal Steed. The White King once ruled prosperous kingdoms. In death, the ambition, willpower, and martial skill that made them famed warlords now make them fine servants of the Soulblight dynasties. This mighty sovereign was once found in the start collecting box of Soulblight Gravelords, but now ride out on their own for the first time. So yeah, really cool model. It came out with the Soulblight Gravelords start collecting box, and now that that is gone, they needed a way to offer this. So this is a really cool model. I like him. He's great in game terms. If you take a white in your army, it also makes your Graveguard into troops choices, or at least it did in the previous book. So that is really good. Obviously having them as battle line is very good. They're a lot of the output damage in the army, and the White King makes that all possible. Now, of course, you could take one on foot if you wanted, but he's a little less useful. A really cool model, though, and definitely glad to see him on his own. Although that Soulblight Gravelords box set was really nice, and I do hate to see that go. And next we have the Vanguard Soulblight Gravelords. Expand the dread territory of the Soulblight dynasties with this Vanguard box containing 29 miniatures. This bite-sized battalion is led by a vainglorious vampire lord, 20 death rattle skeletons, 5 blood knights, and 3 monstrous vergeists. So really cool. The vampire on foot is a really nice model. Definitely a fan of that, and they are quite useful in game terms. It is good that they're including these Galician champions in the sets. Of course, 20 death rattle skeletons going to make up the core of your army. You're definitely going to want, unless they have drastically changed the rules, you're definitely going to want some Graveguard to go along with this, because they really do the punching in your army. The Blood Knights are super cool. I'm hoping that they just get at least a slight buff, just so they can have a little more damage output. They're very durable, they're very cool, the models are awesome, but they just don't do enough damage. And then the Vargeists are super cool as well, really nice kit, and you can build a ton of different stuff out of it. Definitely a big fan of this setup right here. And it does look like these Vanguard boxes are packed with some value here, so check out that breakdown coming in the future. Now a quick message from today's sponsor. CMO Games has been selling Games Workshop products online for over 20 years. They carry the full line of Games Workshop products, including Warhammer 40,000, Age of Sigmar, Necromunda, Blood Bowl, paint tools, and more. Almost all Games Workshop products are priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games takes pre-orders for most Games Workshop products released at their earliest date possible. 12:01 a.m. on Saturday, they go live. Most of these pre-order products are also priced at 15% off MSRP. CMO Games offer free shipping in the US 48 with an order of $50 or more. Their customer service is top-notch, and they ship most orders within 24 hours. Visit CMOGames.com using the affiliate link in the description and let them know that you heard about CMO Games from Warhammer Man. Now, back to the video. And next we have the Soulblight Gravelords Warscroll cards. With innumerable legions of undead at their disposal, a Soulblight Gravelord general can find themselves overwhelmed with choice. The set of 46 reference cards keeps the vital statistics of the Deadwalker zombies and Graveguard within reach, and contains 2 token boards to remind you of crucial abilities. And then we have the Soulblight Gravelords dice set. So all black with red. Exert your supernatural powers with this set of 20 Soulblight Gravelord dice, cast in black with red pips and the faction icon on the 6th face. A little lackluster, but cool. Alright, and then next we got some Contemptor Dreadnought torsos. So they are slowly but surely replacing all of the old Contemptor Dreadnoughts with these new torsos and then generic bodies in plastic to go along with them. And in this case, we have the Blood Angels, Death Guard, Iron Hands, Night Lords, Space Wolves, and World Eaters. And these will be available in kits from Forgeworld. And then from Lord of the Rings, there's also another wide range of models for the Lord of the Rings Middle-earth strategy battle game, which will be available on made-to-order basis from Saturday the 8th of April until 6 p.m. UK time on Sunday the 16th of April. All of these models are cast in metal, and remember that your orders can take up to 180 days to fulfill. That's right, 6 months before you get these. So we do see a bunch of stuff right here, just kind of scrolling down, bringing back all kinds of the Lord of the Rings stuff in made-to-order, including a massive list. All right, and then we have Last Volari from Black Library. Very cool cover right here. Super awesome. Nysa Volari is an impossible predicament. Despite being an immortal vampire, her own cursed blood is killing her. She's the last of her bloodline, and an army of Sigmar zealots is out to hasten her demise in The Last Volari by Gary Kloster, a wonderfully blood-soaked Soulblight Gravelords novel, which will be available in hardback, ebook, and MP3. And then we see the return of the Hollow King, Caedo Ezekiar. Get even more blood-sucking goodness with John French's The Hollow King, which is coming to paperback for the first time. Follow the adventures of Caedo Ezekiar, a Soulblight Gravelord who has accepted his curse and now seeks vengeance against his servants of chaos who wiped out his family and kingdom. Really, really cool model, cool piece of art, and I'm sure the book is very cool as well. So that is it for this week's new pre-order announcement. Lots of really cool stuff this week. If you are into death for Age of Sigmar, this is definitely going to be the week for you. Seeing a bunch of new stuff for the Ossiarch Bonereapers, including their first ever Vanguard, brand new book, new foot hero, and also some accessories. And then, of course, the Soulblight Gravelords getting the same treatment as well. Brand new Vanguard box, new foot hero, new book, accessories. Very, very exciting in the Age of Sigmar. So let me know what you're most excited about. What are you going to be picking up? Have you been long awaiting one of these books or a new hero for your faction? Or in the case of the Bonereapers, a starter box? Special thanks to CMO Games for sponsoring the video. Make sure to check out the link in the description and save 15%. That's it for today. Warhammer Man Studios. I'm Warhammer Man, and it looks like death is taking over. But I'm not ready to go without a fight. And I'm out of here.